I'll be right back. But I don't understand why this is not working. So we're gonna have to kind of see what's going on. All right, I apologize for the interruption. My daughter's at the top of the stairs and she's just, I guess, upset. But I actually am not getting on her for. I just want to, at least 1 minute views needed to start a highlight. I really just want to see what's going on with this. Okay, so hi, I'm Anti-Distributor Armour. Welcome to our very first ever mobile live streaming with myself. Let me tuck my shirt in. I apologize. Oh, right. So I'm happy to have y'all here. This is kind of sort of our get up for the day. So I have a little black coffee, as you can see. Little makeup, my little clearance makeup that's like, I don't know, $1 and some change. And I'm happy to have y'all here. This is our close-up little setup. So now that I practiced and I know what we're going to really be looking for here, I'm going to figure out how to just really teach and speak on what's happening. Okay, so I might do a small recap for people who are new here. So profitability as a business owner, I am Antasia Shabril Armour. I actually run our company, Antasia Shabril Armour. Yes, it's self-titled. My self-titled, it came from, I always felt like people were always just wanting to be around me, wanting to use me, whether it was my cars. As a young kid, I had been driving since I was about 15 and a half with temps and things like that. So I'm a really big stickler for that. As soon as I turned 15 and a half, I went to the driver's test, took my driver's test. I failed. It was written. The computers were down. I went right back, took it on the computer, passed it. It was up again. And ever since 15 and a half, I have been constantly in the midst of these vehicles. I never had my license suspended, so I'm so grateful for that. I've been in a few car accidents. I had my share of tickets and points and things of that nature. I had some driving jobs, of course, go figure. I gotten a record, but thankfully for that, that had gotten its little, I don't know, due to however I thought about with God. So eventually I didn't drive for a minute with that, but I had been so tired, so burnt out. They were so mean. I was so grateful to have a break. And I know it sucks to say, but I was, because I had been dogged out, beat on, hair ripped out. I done been put on YouTube or Instagram naked. I done been abused by men. I done had my cousins play me, set me up, like thinking that putting me on the internet naked is cool. And I've had fallen out with these females. We ain't talked in about a decade plus. My cousin and then got with a girl who was on freaking on the run. She was a fugitive and they thick as thieves, but she wanted for murder, about to face life. So all of these instances have played a role, and I was so grateful to see that part of my own life go, that I was unwilling to put up a fight. Because I was so sick of everybody's drama, to the point where I felt that that was a blessing in disguise, and that I was really blessed by our ability to just walk away from something in that point in moment in time. Get mommy, give it here. And so when that happened, my daughter's here. She's upset. What's wrong, baby? Huh? What's wrong? What's the matter? Huh? What's wrong? Sit down. Let mommy be. I'll be right back. Oh, she upset. Boo boo. Tay. Mommy, hurry you. I did. What she want? You want to come up? Okay. All right, so we're gonna have some company. So mind you all, So again, profitability and scaling and making sure that everything is cool based off what you want to have accomplished, what you want to get done with your business and having your flow go a certain way, then yeah, it is about profitability. This is true. You want to have a successful quarter. You want to have your quarters come across as being profitable before you actually feel like you may have made it or you may have been successful. This is true. Sometimes people attribute their success to how much money that they make, how profitable they are. So I don't think that's a bad way to really conduct yourself based off what it is that you feel like is an accomplishment. I really feel like that's actually a really great idea to have and hold in mind as entrepreneurs, for sure, for sure. And both benefit. I really feel like being a mutual benefit with the way that you conduct your business and the way that someone is a recipient of it is actually quite beneficial. And I hate though when girls and females can kind of sort of make you out to be a bad guy. They want to make you into this person so that they look good and they can have a point up on you. Which again is why those spaces, when I'm like, I was able to drive for Uber, but when I had a moment I needed a break from Uber, I got one. I gave myself one. I manifested a moment where I was able to actually enjoy one. And that's how you have to look at that manifestation power, because it's very tricky here to be able to make sure that you can really still go into profitable with flows and have everything go your way, but still recognize at the same time you are human and you're going to need to take breaks because people will try your last nerve. Okay, and without feeling shame about it is definitely where you manifest that big time. So barely paying yourself is a no-no. There's never gonna be a time where I come out and be like, oh, okay, you paid everybody else but you this week, oh, good for you. No, dead ass. You're not gonna be able to do that. I'm always gonna be like, okay, you pay yourself first and then you go out and pay Jack, Jap, and Sam and them. You know how much this time I've been on it. Like, I'm not paying another car insurance note before I pay myself and pay all the car insurances off, and yet I don't have nothing in my own bank account. No, 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 honey. I'm going to get behind this whip. I'm going to go ahead on and try to do the very best that I can with the intent to still make sure that I'm able to take care of all the things that I need to, because I got a character that I know for a fact how to handle my 1-2. I've been doing it for decades for now. So I'm looking forward to it. But the point is that we done been through so much when it comes to dealing with everybody else's drama that people, yes, people make it harder to maintain your bills. And usually it's on purpose. So how you gonna tell me that the last person that I get to pay is myself, if at all? Hold on. Oh no, I'm gonna pay me before I pay anybody else based off your behavior. I know that. And as an entrepreneur, that's how it's got to go. Because when you scaling and you profitable, the everybody got their hand out. But as soon as you got a moment and you're like, oh, hold on, but here, where all the clients at? Hello, everybody thinking I'm a troll and that I ain't worth having go ahead on nothing as an entrepreneur. But yet and still you want to keep digging into my pockets more and more, but you keep sending me out through the door. So at the same time, it's like you coming at you doing this to a person. You doing this to I am. That's right. I said that. I sure did. And you think it's funny, most likely. You think it's hysterical. You think you got one up on me. The girl said, it's not fair for people to come here and look for service and you act away. Well, hold on. Ain't nobody ever tell you that I was supposed to be coming up here looking for people who want a service and dog them out in the first place anyway. I never told, I didn't say that. So don't lie on myself and say that I did when I did not. That's a weak female move for you right there. Tasia, you want to go ahead and get down? Please, thank you. All right? You know what I mean? I don't have time for that. And same females be wanting to talk about blow down, but you the same one on my job, on my what I think about on my own time spaces that I held dear, and ain't nobody else around. You the main one doing it. So if you not peeping the game, boo-boo, I'm not peeping for you. We ain't saying it, but this is what's happening. So, you just definitely want to make sure you paying yourself first before you paying any and everybody else around you that wants something out of your pocket. If you're not helping me put something in my pocket, but yet you the first one with your hand out, your circle is wrong. You in a moment now of this period where in order to have a profit, you need to figure out who your real people are. Who are your true cheerleaders in your moments of need and success? Those are your people who help you profit. That's where you need to make sure that you put most of your energy and focus. And make sure you pay yourself before you pay everybody else. Please, thank you. Entrepreneurs, just do it, man. It'll be worth it. When you look back and need some funds or two and you got a moment to go ahead on and do it, you be happy you did pay yourself first. because you are your business. You are your entrepreneur spirit. You are the one that gets up every day and shows up and do what you need to do. It's you. So you pay yourself first, on your own dime, on your own time, out your own mind, on your own thinking patterns, and on your own brand. You do that and you pay your own dividends, what you see fit, and you say what you see fit out what your own prophecy is, and you will thank yourself later. So Zimmerman Spring 2025 ready to wear was super duper cute, baggy everything, hat super cute. So I was really a big fan of those. That was something that I found really, really, really interesting. The big and baggy is just so cute. It's just so in right now. I just so adore it. It's so positive, so cute, so chic, and we just know how we live to just make sure that everything feels and looks good, because as females we're so sensitive. I'm a Scorpio, my daughter's a Cancer, so I have to have that sensitivity around. And so the girl, she's like, yeah, well, I heard that can be a curse. Well, when am I ever not cursed? I can be sleepy, and everybody know I'm always working and doing everything, so I'm constantly sleepy. And get somebody keep talking about, oh yeah, you always sleepy. When am I not sleepy? I'm always sleepy. So you gonna tell me being sleepy is a curse? Oh, I'm sleepy. Since when? As me being sleepy as an entrepreneur and a business owner, I am my own entity. I am allowed to be sleepy sometimes. Why is this a problem with y'all? I'm always sleepy. When am I ever not tired? I can yarn now. Excuse me? Damn. Uptight. I don't want you as no client. You're not my Suzanne. My Suze is she is it. She is what I need when I'm feeling low. I realize that everything that I'm doing is for her. And it makes it that much easier to get real clear on your goals real quick too. So live a great story, y'all, because you can do it. No matter what them haters say, how sleepy you is, Suze. So anyway, dressing down to please other again is another no-no. As entrepreneurs and business women, you know for a fact you gotta come to serve. You gotta come ready to tip top up in that boy on your best behavior. Because any little thing that somebody say is not worth your time. Everybody that's talking about you sleepy, they not even scaling quarters 1 and 2. You want to know why? Because if they was, they didn't have no time to worry about who else is sleepy or not over there. You'd be too busy making sure your quarter 1 is successful. But you ain't doing that. You all over here trying to talk about, oh, they sleepy. Oh my God. You see what I mean? So if I got to choose between a person who wants to scale their quarters versus the person over talking about, oh yeah, she's sleepy, I'm going with the person that scale their quarters, not the one talking about those. She over there sleepy. That's just the look. Say what you want. Say what you need to say. Drop it in the comments if you like. That's cool and all. But make sure that you go and subscribe. Buy some books on Barnes and Noble. We need at least 10,000 sold of our memoir. Okay, the Route 60 memoir written with Love Sapphire. You can go ahead on and buy that. It's $45. Okay, I do collect the royalties. Yes, I've earned them. I don't need AI to create myself no book. I did that all on my own. So I deserve the income, mind you. And the way they doing your girl up over here when it comes to this driving, look, it ain't gonna get no realer. And look, that's just the entrepreneur spirit and who I am as a young woman. And so, that's just the way that it is. And I like that. I can sit there and chit chat and have my daughter and feed her and make a living for myself on my own as a writer, as a young woman. So this is why I get behind these posts. Most of the time, I'm really on here just to make you all aware that we have products available on Barnes and Noble. It's really no more than that. If anybody's interested in having myself write them some things, that's cool. I have a little business and things like that on the side. And then I only keep that up because I love writing. I haven't created any newer books yet on Barnes and Noble. I think it's a total now maybe about like 10 books. And it's just compilations of different poetry sessions, different art pieces, websites, outfits, and things like that we think are kind of sort of cohesive to a certain vibe and things like that. But it's really no more than that. I mean, I had a few workshops. If y'all are available, you want to do that, I have those. You can reach out as well. All you have to do is really send myself a message or something like that, leave a comment, and I'll send out some information. We can get you a link to a Zoom that we can hop on together, and I'll send you another link where you can pay for these type of services and things like that as well via Square. I run our business through a small business, which we own through Square, and that's how I pretty much make my profits. I mean, I just want to be as transparent as possible. And for the people who call entrepreneur women trolls, that's really disappointing and disheartening, because as women, we so rarely support and back other women. We constantly just want to tear one another down. We never want to really support each other. We never really want to be there for one another. We never really want to have one another's backs. And as entrepreneurs and businesswomen, this is where this spirit of dressing down to please others come from. I bet you this is exactly where this comes from. And this is why because we shouldn't even be doing it. We're not even supposed to behave this way in our character, and yet and still we do it anyway. And that's why we begin dressing down to please others. It's like, oh, okay, since now you want to call me a troll, okay, cool, I'm gonna dress down to please others now so that I can give you a reason to call somebody like myself, then that's the case when I'm thinking the way that they are, a troll. So that's the whole entire purpose. But the young lady was so adamant about, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. You don't know who needs that out of you to be your best, so they can have a moment of aspire to emulate it. And instead you giving them a lesser downgrade of what to emulate, causing a ripple effect. And it's like the butterfly effect or domino effect, because they're going to continuously do. It's kind of like COVID. We just all got so sick and we just all start doing it, and that's not right. And that's really a true point. But at the same time, if we allow God to fight our battles and somebody was really mean and you chose because to just say, okay, well, no, this ain't really what I'm looking for, when you're true to yourself and you went ahead and had something happen to you, then that was your choice, that was your decision based off your own thinking pattern. So you can't blame anybody else but yourself. Entrepreneurs, career women, business women, you all know this. You feel what I'm saying, Suzanne? This is your message for the day. This live is exactly, particularly speaking for you. Yes, I showed up in my pajamas. Yes, I showed up with barely any makeup on. I did do my lipstick, as you all can see. My dollar clearance lipstick is $1.50 at Giant Eagle, and I had some coupons, so I even got them cheaper. I got maybe a haul of 3 or 4, 5, 6 different ones, and I think I probably spent at least $7 or less. So look, I'm not saying that we can't notice that somebody's dressed in a certain way and make our judgments and our thoughts and our opinions from that. Cool, we all are entitled to do that. But where it gets hairy and kind of a bit of a stickler and we get in trouble is when we start to realizing that somebody looks a certain way by dressing down to please somebody, and we go along with it anyway like it's cool when it ain't. That's where we mess up at. We don't need to do this. We need to necessarily say, oh, okay, well, let's say a prayer for them. Hopefully they wind up being cool. We go on about our business. We put a person on our vision board who we truly wish to emulate authentically. And then we move from there. Again, a perfect example of this, who I really thought was a really cool lady. I had read one of these books. It was a romance book. It was probably a black girl. She was working in this real bomb job. She had a month's worth of paid PTO. She took an entire month off, and she went to some beautiful island by herself. She ran into a guy, ended up being her dude. They fell in love. They ended up going to the really secluded resort beach that was full of black sand, and she just had a great time with dude and fell in love. Okay, that's who I wish to emulate, not the person that's dressing down to please others. So successful women and career-minded women and entrepreneurs, you have to think like this. You cannot allow yourself to succumb to the pressures of this world, to peer pressure, in order to make yourself feel like this is what I'm supposed to have been doing. Because in order to scale, for number one, your quarters, you have to dress successfully. You have to dress for success. It does not say that you have to dress down to please others in order to scale your quarters. No, that's not the way that it goes to enter into your said optimal flow. That's not how we do things here, where our travelers simply glow. This is not it. So our GTTs here, which is our brand, I had went off into a new creative outlet and and entitled it and called it Glow Ticket Topics. GTTs when I'm feeling nasty, okay? Like Miss Jackson, Janet Jackson. And that's where this whole entire vibe came from. And that's why everything is on Barnes and Nobles for you all to order. That's why we have the links that are available. This is why we like to practice kind of sort of having our workshops on Zoom. This is where these instances go on with our paid subscriptions. This is why we have the contests and things like that. I had a poetry form up that I put out there, and I wanted you all to use and submit if you wanted some free poetry. I'll put it down here in the description link, and you can use it there. All right. And then another one is about trousers. So trousers are different type of pants that are a little bit more upscale and elegant than denim jeans are. And I'll give you an example of how I learned this lesson myself on my own one day. I sure did. I threw a tea party for myself, for our brand's Faces owner's mother, Abria Sharice Armour. And so our brand's Faces owner, which is myself, I am Antasia Shabria Armour, AA and BA degree, which is Associate of Arts. So it's in social sciences, liberal arts with a concentration in English and creative writing, as well as Bachelor of Arts, which is in general studies, which is in creative and which is creative expression is the last part. Writing is the first part. So it's writing and creative expression. And so those instances there are how I chose